Hey guys, Kid Guru here for Tech World on agentstech.com. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Dell Mini 910 netbook. And you're used to hearing the traditional term notebook or laptop. A netbook is simply just a smaller version, something on the go. Very popular with college students and just people who are really businessmen on the go. Something you can just really use on the go. You can connect to the internet really anywhere because it has you can get this with built-in wireless, or it already has built-in wireless. It has the Ethernet port, and you can even get built-in mobile broadband, so you can really just have connection from anywhere and share your photos and stuff like that, all from this machine. And just showing you the size here, comparing it to my hand, that's how big the actual notebook is. Its lightness, it's about 2.28 pounds, very, very light. Okay, so I just want to start off with the hardware design and the look and feel of it. Then I'll get into the pros and cons about the laptop. So it comes in two colors, this nice black finish or the Alpine white. Now round, I've already showed you the ports, but I'll go again. I showed the ports in the previous video, I should say. Kensington lock, which is very nice for security because you're going to be taking this on the go a lot. Charger port, two USB ports, the SSD, an MMC, and SD Pro slot. On the other side you have your headphone and audio jack, or I should say headset and microphone jack, your vent right there for airflow, another USB port, so 3 USB ports, really nice port that they added on that was nice to see. If you want to hook this up to another monitor to get like a 22-inch or anything that has a VGA connection, you can hook it up and you get more screen real estate if you're at the workstation or your office or whatever. And here of course is your Ethernet port. On the back, there's really nothing. On the front, there's nothing either, just your 2 LED indicators. On the back, on the bottom, you have your access to your RAM. This machine came with 504 megabytes of it. You can upgrade it to 2 gigs or 1 gig, I believe. Very nice, easy access. Just 2 screws actually. You just have to pop out. For battery, these 2 little hatches right here. If you click them back, you can just simply pop out the battery. It's a 32 watt-hour. Battery, you get about 4 hours of battery life, Dell says. On regular, just browsing, email, all that stuff, I've gotten about 4 hours. If you're going to do video, you're probably going to get around 2 hours, and this all comes into play of how bright you make your screen, and if you make it go to sleep during, whatever, if it's just straight usage, you'll get around 3 to 4 hours of, normal usage if you're just doing basic things. Okay, so opening it up to show you the inside design. Very, very glossy screen. As you see there, it's an 8.9-inch LCD. It runs at 1024 by 600 resolution. That's max. Mine came with a built-in webcam and mic. It's not a full-size keyboard, so it takes getting used to. And you have your function key if you've ever used a laptop, because you have to get used to using the function. And since it doesn't have a separate row for more buttons, your power buttons up there, your trackpads right here, and yeah. So the actual hardware in here. You have an 8 gigabyte SSD in this one, or mine came with. You can go up to 16 gigabytes off their site. Pricing can go anywhere from $200 to $600, roughly. You can get it with Ubuntu or XP, 2 lightweight operating systems to run on a nice system. You can get a whole bunch of other features. You can get, more RAM. Like I said, it goes up to 16 gigabytes of hard drive with an SSD, and SSD is extremely faster just because of the write speeds and read speeds, stuff like that. Okay, so I'm just going to boot it up here. And I want to get into a couple of the pros and cons. So the pros, very nice look, very nice feel, design, very lightweight, really fits in anywhere. I mean, I can fit this in my jacket. Like, I have one of those jackets that you can just, I can just fit that in my jacket pocket, one of those big jacket pockets, or even just a small bag, anything really. This is extremely portable, and that's what I was really got me, because I can just take it anywhere on the go, and it's so light, I really don't even know it's there. Fits in backpacks well and stuff like that. Other pros, it's just for basic stuff. I mean, I installed Firefox on here for browsing, listening to, music or anything like that. Watching some YouTube videos, does great. Wireless works great. I've had no issues with that. And the battery life was phenomenal. So, I mean, everything was just, those are the pros on my side. Now the cons. Software that was packed with this laptop by Dell has some Dell video cam software and has a McAfee, virus security. If I was going to keep this because they want me to send it back, personally I would, go into MSConfig and, turn off all that stuff from starting up in the first place, because you don't want much stuff starting up with an, even if this is an SSD, you don't want much starting up with a netbook, just because, you want all the CPU and RAM usage you can get. You want as much put out to your main applications like your browser, maybe your mail client or iTunes, whatever you have installed on there. You want as much dedication to those as you can. And with all these background processes running, it really kind of slows the machine down. So when I start up the machine, I exit all the software I don't need, like the audio manager, the Dell webcam software, and I would probably, if I was going to keep this, like I said, probably trade out the McAfee virus protection for something like AVG or, something else like AVG, ClamWin, stuff like those. Another con is if you're used to really typing on full-size keyboard, this really does take getting used to, unless you're, used to a caps lock. I mean, used to these type-size keyboards, because what I do, which is huge, see this A key, I always hit this caps lock by mistake because of the size. Also, it's kind of hard to hit the shift because the shift is right here, and look how small it is. It's about the same, it's smaller actually than the arrow key, and it's right there, and I'm so used to the shift being huge. And next to the L key, I always accidentally hit that. I mean, your fingers are way more cramped, as you see here. That's just one hand on the laptop, and with my other hand on there, it just really gets cramped. I mean, I get more used to actually typing like this on the netbook, just one hand, going across and doing all my stuff with one hand. And that's not that bad. I mean, if you can do it that way, or if you get used to it with both hands, it just takes some time. I've only been using it for like 2 weeks or almost 3. Other than that, some other cons, a laptop trackpad sometimes goes a little bit jumpy. That's understandable. It's really small, and it's not multi-touch or anything like that. Also, I was hoping since it's such a small one, if they could have added an extra LED next to the caps lock, so I know when it's on or off, just because it really gets annoying, because, at certain times it just bugs me, because I don't know if it's on or off, and I always accidentally hit it and stuff like that. So really, cons, the keyboard takes getting used to. Software that they bundled with it really bogs down your system. Also, one last thing, as you see here, the screen is really, really glossy, and you can see the reflection of the camera. I was hoping they can add like a matte feature so you don't get that reflection, and the contrast, it goes bright. I mean, I can turn on the brightness to its fullest here, but, the lowest, like this, or it's not even going down. Yeah, it is. So that's the lowest settings, and then the brightest is right about there. But the contrast, the actual depth of the coloring, how the blues and the greens and the reds look, they could have worked better on that. And I just prefer a matte version over this whole glossy look, because I can see the reflection. It gets annoying when I'm watching videos. So yeah. Other than that, the whole thing as a unit works great. It's very portable. And after some tweaking with what starts up on the system and stuff like that, overall it's a very, very nice laptop. Great ports, works well. I haven't had any major issues with it, other than just the whole getting used to the keyboard thing. That's the hugest thing for me, getting used to the whole keyboard layout. If you're wondering about the Geekbench score, I did run Geekbench on this. This got 801 overall score on Geekbench. It's 801 on Geekbench. And yeah, so like I said, the pricing for this, you're wondering $200 to $500, roughly around there. You can get it with or without the webcam, without the Bluetooth, all that stuff. But guys, if you're really, really looking into something to take on the go, to maybe work on papers, or just browse the internet when you're out, or if you're somebody who goes from one place to another a lot and you really don't like carrying something big around, or college, or if your school requires you to use a laptop, these are extremely, extremely portable. It just takes some getting used to, but guys, totally worth it. Recommend you check this out if you're looking into the whole netbook category. This is again the Dell Mini 910, or I should say, yeah, 910. I want to thank Intel and Dell for sending it. I want to thank the PR agent, Nago Christine. Thank you very much, Christine, for sending this over. I will have the comparison of this netbook to the actual Dell Studio powerhouse laptop, just showing how portable, one from the other, stuff like that. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. On the scale, for me, this totally gets about a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Only thing that really, the 0.5 that's missing is just the screen, the software, the keyboard, stuff like that. Other than that, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe to the video, and check out our website, adrianstech.com. Any questions, comments, concerns, want to send me a product review, email me, adrianstech@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll catch you next video.